It's Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Michael Badgley will be the first to get this one going. Off we go from Pittsburgh. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proving to be a really hard team to beat.
And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
First down. First and 10.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 7. Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Get this one down to the 35-yard line. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And that is incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. It's 2nd down.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. Across the 20. They'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
Now, how often do we see guys in the league, Mike, that are former first-round picks? They get significant starting time with their original franchise, and then there's a change of address, right? They got to go play for a new team and start a new chapter of their career. Some guys take it and run with it, and some guys we never hear from again. I have a funny feeling this situation he's walking into in Indianapolis, I think, is a really good one for NFL quarterbacks. I think he has some pieces around him, and I think people don't appreciate the kind of athlete and the skill set that Daniel Jones has. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Now Jones. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is, firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That pass play, good for 22. That's good for a Colts first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Pick it up, you're embarrassing me. You guys are garbage.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Gun, it's Jones. To the left side and take it in by Downs.
Complete to number 1, Josh Downs. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Jones operating out of the pistol. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
10 at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. Open man, his tight end, Tyler Warren. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Again, they'll throw with Jones. That one complete to Pierce. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. He's going to have a Colts first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
Colts first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. He'll look underneath and find Abdullah. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And he'll get past the marker. And he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Alex Pierce. Touchdown, Colts.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Spencer Schrader now on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts move out to a 7-3 lead.
Steelers 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Steelers offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Gainwell, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Colts offense ready to take over for their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Jones. Pass right side to down. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely, and results in a completion.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Jones keeping this one. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Give up the middle to Taylor. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Colts out to the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Colts with the football to start this 2nd quarter as they begin with 3rd and 8. Now, Jones. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
15 yards. And the Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Jones will hang on to it here. Not a whole lot happening there. Just a short pickup.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Here's Jones. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire...
And he will score! Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Indy. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Trader now on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Colts extend their advantage to 14-3.
14, Steelers 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but he does show you that make-you-miss ability that he has.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Jones. Finding the open man, that's Pittsburgh. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
It's a turnover on
You know, Mike,
down.
there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
The Steelers offense ready for this next possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Here's a handoff to Warren. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 11. That's a Steeler first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On third down, Rodgers. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to take over once more. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. In motion is Warren. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the game.
And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
27 on the play. And the Colts.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Now it's Taylor. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now a play fake. Jones. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are a little more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Throwing now is Jones. That is caught downfield by Pierce.
That's interference. Defense.
The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a first down. A run with Taylor. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Going to lose a yard.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Jones. He'll step up and run. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Colts first down.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line. and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up.
He's got his big tight end, Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown, Colts.
Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The
Trader now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Colts extend it to a 21-6 advantage.
Steelers 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Williams now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Start this on the ground with Warren. And we'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Zaire Franklin that time there for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. It is 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
And now, with that first down of the drive, now you can see they're going to get rolling into more traditional 2-minute offense as they try to end this half with some points.
First down for Aaron. This one grabbed by Austin.
Rodgers pass complete to Calvin Austin. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Rodgers. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
A-Rod down to throw on first down. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Again, it's Rodgers. He'll step up and run this. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Steelers are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now, it's Jones. Short one, and it's caught by Warren. And will be forced out of bounds, a very short gain.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Taylor gets it out of the pistol. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Juan Thornhill up from his secondary spot to make the play.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down. He gets this one complete to Pittman. A pickup of 15 in the air. 1st down, Indianapolis.
And the Colts, 1st down. A gain of 15. First down, Colts.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
They'll run on first down with Taylor. He'll get this across midfield down to the 48. Chuck Clark there to make the play.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now here's a keeper on the zone read.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Jones. Open man, right side. He's got it. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
That one complete to Pierce. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
Fake the handoff. Now Jones. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Jones to the air again. Completing this one to Downs. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Jones. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
Gain. That's another Colts first down.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor to the 5-yard line.
Taylor, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Cole Holcomb. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. Powering forward. He's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Trader now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts will extend this third quarter lead.
Colts 28, Steelers Michael
The kickoff
Badgley
team
set
is
to
out on the
kick
field,
off.
and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard
Steelers
line.
offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 6. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
A-Rod out of the gun here on 3rd down. He gets that to his tight end, Smith. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Rodgers on 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 4. Rodgers going up top again. Throw on the run is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's good for a Steeler.
11 yards on the connection there. That's a Steeler 1st down.
44-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On the handoff, this is Waller. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and inches. From the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
It's clear from that 3rd down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on 4th down. Figured they still have that extra down in their pocket, and the defensive side of the field, now is the time to continue to be aggressive.
A 52-yard attempt.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Steelers are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Doolin. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. There's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. In motion is Warren. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Colts first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Great job there by the defensive lineman. You can see, Mike, why he is one of the best interior players in the entire league, using his strength and his speed to get through into the backfield, take the running back down for a loss.
Shotgun now for Jones. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. That is hard. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Jones. A short pass taken in by Warren. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
6-yard pickup.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Jones keeping this one. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. And they will get another chance. They cover it up after very nearly squandering a great scoring opportunity.
Nearly a disaster there, especially in this area of the field, Mike. You know these guys are reaching for the ball. That is such a priority of every defense around the league. Create turnovers, especially in...
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown, Indy. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Schrader now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Colts are able to extend the lead.
Steelers 12.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to get back to work. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. It's an incompletion. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, man he was looking for there. And it'll be second down. Rodgers. Now he'll air one out. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
So they dial up zone coverage. This time it's 2 deep safeties. And what they do is they're going to split the field in half. In each safety, they're going to read the quarterback's eyes. And when that front hand comes off the ball to throw, they've got to break. So they've got a lot of room to cover back there. In this case, a really nice job contesting the throw, knocking it away.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Jones. There's that man again. Another catch. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Jones to throw. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
That's good for a Colts. First down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Indianapolis.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He was brought down by Darius Slay. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Here's second and 9. They'll run here with Taylor. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming.
TJ Watt there on the tackle. A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Jones gonna hang on to it here. And he'll work his way down to the 32-yard line. And that is enough for a first down.
And this is just a defeated defense at this point in the game, Mike. It's been like this all day long. They just have not been able to get the stops when they've needed them. Here's another chance on third down, and they just can't make a play.
He's going to keep this again. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Cole.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Give up the middle to Taylor. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
They need to get to the 22, but now face third down. To throw, it's Jones. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Schrader's kick is good. And the Colts will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Gainwell to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions. And now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That's taken in, and he's going to have the Steelers first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gain on fourth down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
He finds Austin with the ground. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
First and 10 at the
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Again, it's Rodgers. That's to the left side, taken in by Smith. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Warren, touchdown! Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. And give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. His kick is good, and the Steelers are able to edge a bit closer.
Steelers 19.
We're down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Here's Taylor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Colts.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
The tackle by Alex Highsmith. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They go right back to Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Run the zone read here on 3rd down. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
That's a great job defensively. You could tell they sold out to stop the run here on 3rd down. And even if he hands this ball off, Mike, I don't think that play was going anywhere.
So on 4th down, Spencer Schrader is on for the Colts field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. Schrader's kick is good. And the Colts will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Steelers' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
In the shotgun, it's A-Rob. That cat reels it in on the right side. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Rodgers going up top again. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. Catch me there. That's Smith. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the gun, Rodgers. He'll dump this out wide to Gainwell. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. The clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the game.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Here's second and 2. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll step up, and this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
2-point try coming up. Rodgers and the offense all set.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll drop to throw, and he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
27.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.